What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Herping Lebanon. It's been a really long time since I posted. It's the beginning of 2022 and I barely posted any videos last year because of the economic crisis in Lebanon, COVID, and many other reasons, sadly. So hopefully this year I'll be able to post more. Today we're heading to an area where we will be looking for the southern banded Newts. It's January, but it's a really sunny day, so I'm expecting to find some reptiles as well, hopefully snakes. It's gonna be my first herping trip for the year, so stay tuned and enjoy. So guys, I'm really excited for this. As you can see, everything is green after the rain, and I'm almost there. First I have to pick up my friend from around here. He's gonna help me with herping, and he knows the area better than I do, so it's gonna be easier with him around. It's Saturday, so he's free. There's a dog shelter here, so I'm gonna pick him from there and we'll spend the day here, and maybe I'll stay till after dark to see what comes out. So we made our first stop. Fahad is with me now, and we're gonna do some flipping. There's a lot of soft boards here like those, and we used to find snakes here, so I like to revisit it every time I'm in the area. So let's see if we can find any snake here. Okay, we found our first sign of snakes. There is a shed, a fresh one, going under this board. I wonder. Oh, that's a beautiful shed. It's a large rip snake, and it lives here, so let's see if we can turn it up. Good. We found a snake, our first snake for the year, and our first herp for the day. It's a large rip snake, a beautiful young adult. This is a stunning one. That's so cool. It's been a while since I found the whip snake, and this is a great beginning of the day. Surprisingly, it's not biting yet, but I'm gonna get bitten sooner or later for sure. Look how shiny and beautiful these snakes are. Let's check it out. That's stunning. Freshly shed, totally healthy, about 1 point something meters long. You're gonna take lots of pictures of this baby and let it go. Okay. The snake is absolutely beautiful. Local people actually love the snake. They rarely kill it because they know how important it is for rodent control and for their agricultural lands. This is a beautiful young adult, totally amazing. It's been like a year maybe since I've seen an adult and took pictures of it. I'm so happy now. So we're gonna return the snake right where we found it, of course. Let's go. Yeah, perfect. Let's continue looking in the rest of the room. So nothing in this spot. Flip the rest of the boards, and we found like 3 sheds belong to whip snakes and Montpellier snakes, but nothing turned out other than the whip snake, but it's amazing already. Now we're gonna go and check out another spot. So guys, we're gonna check for the newts in this small man-made water canal. Surprisingly, they do reproduce here in this. It's a bit dry, but there are some watery spots where we might see them. Let's check it out. We'll walk alongside it, and here Fahad, I think, found one of them already. I'll try to take some cool shots of them or put them in a plastic container for you to see it better. Males are stunning at this time of the year during the mating season when they're in water. So the water is really shallow and dirty over there, so I'm gonna put them here just to show you guys and then let them go. It's really cool. We found a little male. We'll see if we can find more. And check this out, guys. Look how beautiful this male is. This is their mating season form. Males get this beautiful big crest on their back, and they get a little bit bigger than this, but that's a beautiful start. It's very healthy, beautiful male. So we only found these two here. This is unfortunate. We didn't see any females. The water is shallow, and apparently it didn't rain enough for the channel to fill as usual. Usually I find like 30 newts here in this canal alone, but today we only found two males, and I'm gonna show you them, guys, and let them go as soon as possible. I'm just fascinated by how beautiful they look and how prehistoric it is. See, it's really cool. They lose this crest after the mating season and climb on land, start living under rocks and get active at night. Aside of this species, we have the Near Eastern fire salamander you saw in other videos from the Salamandridae family. It's really beautiful and really cool, and we're gonna continue our journey. Unfortunately, their numbers are decreasing due to the pollution, habitat loss, and much more. They reproduce in water, so water pollution affects them. Use of pesticides affects them, and loss of habitat basically affects them and many other species. We're gonna return them back to their canal. Let's hope it rains soon and more to come here, especially females, so they can mate. We'll continue our journey and go to another flipping site, then to another one, and see what we can turn out. So we made another stop and another chamber with broken roof, which made a good flipping site. Beautiful agricultural land. And here's the flipping site. Gonna check it out and hopefully something cool turns out. Some really cool boards outside the room and more on the inside. Let's see. Anything? Nope. And here we flipped another reptile for today's list, a Greek tortoise. It was sleeping under this big board, so we're gonna leave it alone and continue flipping nearby. It's a bit colder here, so I don't know how many snakes we'll find. So it didn't work here. We're gonna go to a different region nearby to look for more newts and other stuff. So we're gonna check another cool spot. There's much more water and greenery. It should be really epic. So, and I've never explored it properly before, so it's gonna be my first time here, kind of. We're gonna look for newts, amphibians, and hopefully snakes as well. So we arrived to our destination now. You can see the greenery. There is a water pond. People come here on weekends, but now it's winter, so they do not visit it very much. And after the rain, it became very green. I cannot film the other side because there is some army station, but otherwise this is going great. You can see some mole activity here, mole rat actually. These piles of dirt coming from under the grass. And over there are the hills where we're gonna look, and you can see the huge pond where we might find animals, hopefully maybe die snakes or something. Check this out. This is completely stunning. And I'm gonna do some flipping here to see what will find, and then go search around as well. There are ponds everywhere in the middle of the fields, so perfect habitat for amphibians, and it definitely attracts other animals. So we were flipping and Fahad just flipped a dice snake. Second snake for today. I'm totally celebrating. Check this out. This is very common species, but I'm still happy because, I mean, it's winter, it's January, and we're finding snakes more than on warm days. And there is another dice snake, a juvenile over here. Look at this. Two snakes near each other under rocks. A juvenile and a sub-adult. It's really cool. Beautiful coloration. So cool. It masked.
How bad?
Not bad. It's really cool. We'll take some pictures also and let them go. And this is another tiny noodle. Baby dice snake, probably hatched last spring. It was also hiding under the rock. We will continue searching. I've showed you dice snakes in many videos before, so I won't take a long time filming it. And this is how dramatic the dice snakes are. You can see them playing dead whenever you try to catch them or squeeze them a little bit. They go and show their bellies, take their tongue out sometimes, open their mouth or hide their head, and you get a dead snake. Many predators leave them alone because of that. If this is not a lucky day, I don't know what it is. Just a few meters away from the dice snake, it was over there. I flipped this plastic bag and a red whip snake, a beautiful young one, rushed from under there, and it was so easy to catch it because it's kind of an open land, so it was not very fast yet. It's really cool. Another non-venomous species, Platyceps scholaris. It bit me once. It might bite me again, but it's not venomous, so nothing to worry about. These guys do not grow very big, and they feed mainly on lizards. They chase them, catch them, and swallow them full. That's a beautiful species. We're gonna take pictures of it and let it go and look for more. Obviously, it's a very productive day and we're very lucky. So we released the whip snake and we'll continue looking here because apparently it's a very good area to find snakes and other stuff. We still have hours to spend here, so we might find a lot of things. Fingers crossed. So I flipped a small stone and this little guy started running from under it. This is the smallest lizard in Lebanon, the reptiles king. They're tiny, they live among the leaf litter and feed on tiny insects. They are just a few centimeters long usually and very common in pine forests and other places like that. But my attention went to this guy, and later on I realized there's something else interesting under the same rock. I'll show you in a bit. So what I didn't notice at first, and took me a while to find, is this. Check this out. Look at this tiny guy. This is southern banded newt juvenile, terrestrial juvenile. They're under rocks. There is another one that went into the hole here, but I will just leave it alone because, I mean, probably find tons of them today. So this is how they look when they are not in water. Even adults look the same when they're in their terrestrial form. It's really cool. We'll keep looking and see what we can flip. And another herp from around here. This is a bridled skink, Hermites vittatus. These are very common everywhere throughout Lebanon, and they give live birth instead of laying eggs. This is a sub-adult. They get around 20 centimeters, 25 centimeters long when they're adults, and they get really fat, sausage-like. We're gonna let it go because I have obviously tons of photos of this species. Our journey continues. This beautiful area. Some more flipping to do, spots to check out, and species to find. Nothing under here, just bugs. Well, oh, there is a baby newt. After all, I didn't see it. This was from my side. Check this out. Beautiful tiny one with a fat belly. They have beautiful orange bellies, by the way. It's really cool. Let's put him back. It's too hot outside. Here is the main pond in the area, and this is where probably most of the newts around breed. I was hoping to see some newts in the water, but the pond is really big, so it's gonna be very hard to do that. And the water is kind of murky in most places, like over there. Only the shallow places are kind of visible. I get my GoPro in case I found any in water. I would definitely try to film them underwater and all. But for now, we'll keep looking. I'm satisfied so far. I mean, if we don't find anything else today, I'll be totally happy because of all the snakes and other creatures we found so far. And another amazing encounter from today is a beautiful mantis. I don't know if it's Mantis religiosa or another species. You can identify it in the comment, please. It's really big and green and stunning, and sitting on this tree probably waiting for food. It's really cool. It's been a while since I've seen a mantis in the wild, and here with its slow motion. I love these insects. They're amazing and vicious predators. They feed on insects mainly, but also can go for small lizards and stuff like that. And here we flipped a male newt. It kind of has an underdeveloped crest, which is weird to find it on land this form. But I think it's a freshly matured one, and he still doesn't know he has to go to the water to breed or something. It's really cool though. You can see the tiny crest on its back. I will leave it be and continue searching. Another beautiful local species, a lemon yellow tree frog, Gila savagni. These guys are common, you've seen them in other videos. This one is sleeping, of course, right now and enjoying the sunlight. You can easily spot it inside the dried bush because of its color. It's not that easy when the bush gets greener. It's really cool. One more species added to today's list. We'll continue looking. I think we'll leave this spot and head to another nearby spot with ponds as well. So we came to our last spot for today. There are also water ponds here. Apparently the entire area is full of water bodies. So we're gonna do some final flipping here and probably call it a day. Had lots of fun, found lots of species. I'm satisfied, and we'll see what to do. Frogs. And here we flipped another newt. This one is a young sub-adult. Looks like a female to me, just sitting under this rock in the wet, cool mud. So apparently this area also has lots of newts. I will go and search for more and see what I can flip. And here is a very interesting and lucky flip. You can see a couple of newts here, male and a female. The female is the thicker one. Apparently it has eggs inside. And the male got a little crest, but because there is no body of water nearby, it's still waiting for local ponds to form to be able to go to the water and breed properly. This is very cool, and you can see the mating season appearance, but without water they cannot finish breeding properly. There's also a tiny little guy here. This one is still immature, so it's hard to tell the gender properly. Really cool. And one more newt we flipped here. Actually two. Here's a baby. I didn't notice it at first. And here's a bigger one, almost an adult. Cool. Tons of newts here. And here's yet another male that got its crest and male appearance for the mating season, but still waiting under a rock for the ponds to form around to be able to complete his mating duties. Their color is real beautiful, even though they are on land. And one more species showed up for us today. It's a snake-eyed lizard, Ophisops elegans. It's another very common species. They're small lacertids, and they're very common in different areas and source of food for many smaller snakes. They live in grasslands and fields, even semi-desert. They chase insects and stuff. It's really cool. Beautiful lizard. Wow, insane quadra flip. Check this out. 2 males and 2 females. There is a female, male, female, male, all under one rock. And it's not even that big. It's really epic. All of the males got their crests ready and just waiting for the ponds. That's so cool. It's amazing, and the day is getting better and better. And another group flip. There are the male and the female, and is there anything else? Well, there's a male and female here, and 2 small ones here. There was also another baby somewhere in this spot, but I kind of lost it, so I'm gonna just leave them alone. But this is cool. Some rocks really have tons of these guys under them. Awesome. This rock holds some cool fossils. I have no idea what they are, but they're definitely something, some kind of shellfish or corals or barnacles. I don't know. Awesome. And under this rock there's a male newt, but I showed you lots of them already, so I won't bother showing you a single one. Cool. No more snakes for a while, but the newts are taking over. And here is yet another double flip. This is a big female, and there's a smaller one over there. Oh, there's actually more. There's a little one here somewhere. Here it is. Oh, there's a little guy over here. You can see the tail. Super tiny. So it's a triple flip actually, unless I missed some of them. But that's cool. I will remove them and release them under the rock after I put it back. And we flipped a beautiful Herpetology judaicus, a scorpion, Mediterranean species of scorpions. It's not highly venomous, but the sting is really nasty, and of course it can be risky if you're allergic or so. They are Buthidae species, as you can see, and they're very common in the south of Lebanon, but I was surprised to find it here as well. It's really cool. Beautiful specimen. Take some micro shots of this baby and we'll let it be. More rocks full of what I think are fossils probably, but I'm not sure what are they. So if anyone knows, if there's any expert among my subscribers, please let me know what the species here is. Probably some kind of sea creature, but it's impossible to tell for me. And the day is coming to an end, yet we're still finding more species. This is a beautiful dark colored toad, Baphotis citibundus. It's a very common species in Lebanon. I guess this is female. Males are usually very bright. These guys are widely distributed on different elevations, different habitats, and they get active at night where they consume absolutely anything they can fit in their mouth. It's really cool. Beautiful eyes. So let's play a game, guys. How many newts can you see in this frame? It's really cool. I kept counting, and every time I got one more newt until I found the total number. So let's see if you guys can do it as well. It's really cool. So the sun is setting and it's time to call it a day. Here's more mole rat activity. This was an amazing day. Many species were found, and it's only January, so I wasn't expecting to find this many species, but wow, they made my day, every single one of them. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.